Welcome to Friday Sews. It's Carole. This is my channel, Sew Carole. Hashtag Friday Sews, as we all know, but I'm still going to mention it, was created by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who has an amazing channel. She's just the most talented lady. She set up this hashtag so we could all get together on a Friday, tell you what we've been sewing, and just talk about life or anything in general. So don't forget to check out all the other YouTubers under the hashtag Friday Sews. Now I'm coming to you today from my cluttered sewing room. I do apologise, but the weather is so disgusting. Again, I can't go down the bottom of the garden and get peace and quiet and tranquility down there. So I've come to you from my sewing room. Now, talking about hashtags, hashtag A Gift to November is officially up and running. Now, this is a hashtag challenge that has been started by Alison from Sew Like Dotty and Adam from Adam Sews. Now, the idea is that we don't wait till December to make all our sewing gifts. We get them done in November. So all the way through November, you'll have YouTubers coming on, just telling about their plans, giving some ideas, saying what they're making. I think my date is about the 22nd of November. But I'll be showing you what gifts I've got planned for my family and friends, but I've got to be very careful and not to give too much away. So I'll probably give the idea of the sort of things I'm making, but not exactly what I'm making. So please get involved in that hashtag. It's been great fun. I will link the channels below for it because I'm useless about saying all the rules and posting on Instagram because I'm not fully up with Instagram, so I don't quite know everything you have to do. So they certainly did an intro video on the 1st and the 2nd of November, so check out, keep an eye out for hashtag A Gift to November for all the other YouTube bloggers. Now, another hashtag I got involved with was the hashtag Sewcial22. Now, I'll put a link to that video I put out this week, but those two things that I've made that I've recycled, upcycled from things I already had. So I will put, in case you've missed it, I will put a link to that video I put out. Now, sewing this week. Now, I made two things this week. Now, this was using this beautiful fabric that Adam from Adam Sews sent me as a gift. It's like a viscose chelly, super soft. It's got some beautiful colours in, and first of all I thought I would make a Simplicity 8640, the famous dress, but I didn't. I made a more structured, sort of smart looking dress because we're going away and I need something to wear in the evenings. So I actually used this pattern, which I've had for a long time, which I've never used, Simplicity 8909, and I did view A. Now, I have seen somebody make this before. I certainly would never make that view, but this is the view. This is the reason that I bought it. Now, you know, I love that type of sleeve. So I ended up making that dress there, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. It is a good pattern. The only thing I would say, it was just ended up being a bit boxy on me. So I did what I always do, is a massive cheat, but I put two ties in the side seams just to cinch it in and give it a little bit more shape. The back slit was too low for me. It's still quite low indeed, but it was sort of another 3 inches down from there. So I actually raised it up a bit. I wasn't too happy with that. Lengthwise, I've done it just above my knee, as you can see in the video. But I am really pleased with that, and that is going to be packed with me to go on holiday. Now, the second thing I made was a hoodie. Where we're going, we might be going up to a volcano, Mount Tidy, and I've always wanted to go there. I've flown to the Canary Islands several times and seen this volcano poking out of the clouds as you fly into another island, and I've always wanted to go. So we're going to need something warm if we go up the top. So I made Simplicity 9240. Now I'm going to do a review on this pattern. I've never done a review before, but I really think I ought to do on this. I've checked on pattern review, there's nothing on there, and there's one error in it, and there's a couple of tweaks that need to be made. Now I did view A, but I did put a hoodie on it. And also what you can't see from that pattern is it actually has two pockets here. I didn't do the kangaroo pocket on the front. I thought I'd try the side pockets. I am really, really pleased with it. As I said, I am going to do a review on it because everything I've looked at doesn't really give the full details of it. So when I get back, I'll probably do that. But I made it out of this fabric I ordered from My Fabrics in Germany. Do you remember I had that order where I couldn't even remember ordering this French terry and I couldn't even remember what it was like? But it's really nice French terry. It's got the side pockets in, as I said. Nice hoodie. I did some cover stitching on it. I don't often do top stitching around there, but I did the cover stitching and on the hood. Now I will tell you that I'm just about getting the hang of making sure that that edge of the hem is tucked in underneath there, just so it sort of lines up properly. But I failed on that bit there, so I had to do a bit of hand sewing to catch it in. So I think it's where I went over the bump. I didn't line up quite right, but most of it was caught, just that bit there. So I am pleased with that. And that's the other thing that's going to be going on holiday with me. Now I've managed to make a couple of other things this week. One of them is very boring. We are taking some walking shoes with us, and normally walking shoes get filthy, don't they? And if you're packing them in a suitcase, you're trying to keep them separate from everything else. So I made some ripstop bags, simple, really badly sewn bags, but I actually did one for each shoe. So I made 4 for me and my husband. So because if you've got 2 walking shoes together, they're quite hefty things. And if you've got just one bag, it's quite a solid lump to pack in a suitcase. So I like to kind of separate my shoes and try and squeeze them in the gaps. So that's why I made, so I got 2 and 2 from my husband. So I made those. Then I had an idea to make something. I was in a problem solving mood. I will put a link in now of the video.
So I've come to pack my new case, and we've got these new cases and they're the hard shell ones. So what I've lost from my old canvas one is the set of pockets at the back, because you don't seem to have that. It seems to be in 2 halves. Now, when we were looking for cases, this really worried me because I've got nothing there to store my little bits and bobs like that. So what I decided to do, I spotted that this particular case has got a washable liner, and it's got a loose flap here with Velcro. So I have made something to go along there. So what I've done, I made a long pocket. I made it double zipped so you can get at it from 2 ways. And on the back, I put some elastic which runs down the back of this channel. Now I made it slightly floppy because I don't want too much strain on this bit of fabric here. Now obviously I can fit some bits in, pack of playing cards, suntan lotion. Now obviously it's floppy now, but when the case is full, of course, it's going to be pushed to the back, and that should stay. And I put it on the bottom of the case, not on the top. But I'm hoping that this will certainly do the job, just to keep all those just little bits at the back in one place, rather than having bags and bags of stuff.
So as you can see, this is the pocket I made. Elastic. Now, there are a few, please ignore the sewing quality on this, because it was one of these things where I kind of had an idea what I wanted to make in my head, and I was making it up as I went along. So I use these awful Amazon zips again, continuous zips. I'm really pleased with it. I used some fabric that I had lying around. It was whirled fabric, but of course, typical me, when I folded it back up, I didn't think it through, and I've ended up with the whirl being upside down. It's the right way on that side, but the side we see, it's upside down. So I did a brilliant job there. That's just typical me. No, I'm really pleased with that. So that was my problem solving thing I made this week. I have got 2 bits of fabric this week as well. I had to pop into Hobbycraft because I've got an idea in my head of some Christmas cards to do this year involving some cross stitch. So I went into Hobbycraft to get that, but happened to walk past the fabric aisle, which is now extended a bit further than it used to, and I saw this. Isn't this the most beautiful colours? It's a knit jersey. It's kind of knitted. It's not cotton jersey, but it's like a knit fabric, really fine knit. But look at those colours. I am gutted I didn't have time to make something with it for holiday, because that would make a nice little summery sweater. But I really hope to make something when I get back. Just a simple sweater, but oh, I couldn't resist that. It's so soft as well. The other bit of fabric I had was I had my Beyond the Pink Door Sewscription box this week, and the fabric that was in it was this beautiful cotton jersey. It's a poppy designer cotton jersey. It's got some lovely rusts and like a jade colour and a burgundy. So I hope to make something from that. Hasn't been washed yet, so I need to get doing that. But that was my 2 bits of fabric this week. Now, as we're going away, we're going down to the Canary Islands, and you know me, I like to buy fabric when I'm on holiday. So I have sussed out that they do have fabric shops down there, and they're called El Kilo. And the bit that amused me is the last thing I want is kilos on my weight allowance when I come back. So if I do pop in there, I certainly can't bring much fabric back at all. We haven't got the huge baggage allowance like we did when we came back from America. So I will pop in there and hopefully send you a few pictures. I seem to be doing a tour of fabric shops around Europe this year. Did one from France, didn't I? Did one from America, and I'll be doing one from, hopefully from Tenerife. So I will try and show you what their fabric's like and the prices of their fabric, because that will be very interesting. One thing I nearly forgot to tell you about was my Advent box that came this week. It's from My Sewing Box, which is a local company to me. I've got, as you see, I haven't broken the seal. Obviously, I have to wait until December the 1st. But that did remind me to say that last year I loved watching everybody's Vlogmas. Vlogmas is when the sewing community release a video sort of every day almost, like an Advent thing, just little shorts saying what people had done in their day or Christmas things they've made. Now, I loved watching that last year, because I was a spectator. I wasn't making videos last year, and I would love to do something similar, but to promise to do a video every day is just, I think, too much. And a lot of people that did it last year said it's a lot of work. It's also a lot of work to catch up and watch it as well from a viewer. So what I'm going to do is a hashtag December diaries. So every now and again, every couple of days or every sort of few days, then I will put out a hashtag December diaries, just little Christmas things that I've been up to or made or been and seen. So I thought I would do that instead of Vlogmas. I hope everybody agrees, and I hope you will enjoy it, because one of the things I will be doing is opening my Advent box. So that's my plan. Now, the day after I come back from holiday, I have got quite an exciting day. What I should be doing is at home unpacking and doing the holiday washing. But what I'm going to do is go off for a Sewcial day. Now, Jen from One Girl and Her Machines, she's a very talented sewer indeed. She's got a great channel. She was a professional sewer, I think. She's going to be running some classes, and she's going to be doing these Sewcial days. Now, she lives about an hour away from me, so I'm going to get up the next morning and I'm going to drive over and have a fun day sewing. What I've got to do though is be super organised, and before I go away, get some stuff cut out. What I will probably do is take some pouches to make that Adam from Adam Sews created. I'm probably that's gonna be a nice little project to take with me. So I'm going to do that. I've got to get the machine all ready, but so I can just get up the Sunday morning, grab the stuff, and be gone. So I'm really looking forward to meeting her. As I said, she lives an hour away, so and I've never had a day sewing with people before, so it's going to be great fun. Now, I think that's it for me this week. Thank you ever so much for watching, and please don't forget to check out all the YouTubers, and also keep an eye out for hashtag gift to November. I've certainly got to do some catching up on gift making when I get back, but I'm going to enjoy my week away doing not a lot. The one thing I must do is put up 2 photos. I've got 2 photos to show you. One of them was, of course, it was Halloween on Monday, and I had 2 special trick-or-treaters come to our house, so I'll put that photo in. And the other photo is, of course, the Disney trip last week. My family finally got to wear their Disney t-shirts, so I'm going to put the photo up here of them wearing it. That just made my heart sing when I saw them all in their very bright Disney tops. So that's what we do it for, isn't it? It's just to get pleasure out of seeing people just wearing stuff or using stuff we make. That what makes every stitch worthwhile. So I will see you again soon. Have a great weekend.